to Northway. I've been browsing the shelves in the second-hand bookstores again, and look what I've come up with. And there's some nuggets in here, I can tell you. Well, this book doesn't really have an author. It's a compilation of stuff. But look at this. That's what I paid. £4. Quite a modern book too, look at that. Published in 2010. Well, look at this little golden nugget which I dug out of the middle of it. How to work out the tractive effort of a steam locomotive based on the sizes of the cylinders, the boiler pressure and the diameter of the driving wheels. I don't know why, but they used to measure boiler pressure in pounds per square inch, and pressure is force over area, and they wanted to use pounds for a unit of force, but it isn't. Anyway, they did, so we won't go into the technical details. Fact is, the formula gives you attractive effort in what they call pounds force. All the measurements of length are in inches, and it was reckoned that the pressure that could be transmitted from the boiler to the cylinders was 85% of the boiler pressure. So that's where my K equals 0.85 conventionally comes from. Interesting in the number of cylinders, you can actually tell the number of cylinders as you hear the train approaching. It's a bit like the bar lines in music. So when it goes ch 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 ch, that's 2 cylinders, and when it goes ch 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 ch, that's 3 cylinders, and when it goes ch 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 ch, that's 4 cylinders. I've actually really embarrassed myself there, haven't I? Shall we move on quickly? Well, I started thinking about the power rating of my locomotives, and I thought, well, I'll get the lowest ones out, just for today. And with the first 4, it's true to say that the oldest ones are also the least powerful. I suppose that's because technology improved as the years went on and they found out how to make locomotives more powerful, which is what they wanted. But the oldest design that we're looking at today, 1902. This one called the D16. The D16 designed by James Holden for the Great Eastern Railway had a power rating of 17,095 pounds force. In 1902, George Jackson at Churchward at the Great Western Railway came up with his design of the tapered boiler, which turned out to be hugely successful. There were 10 locomotives built called Atbaras. The tapered boiler was so successful that it became part of his next major project, the City class. And as we suspect, the City of Truro that we're looking at was the first locomotive to travel more than 100 miles an hour. It was downhill with a following wind and has never really been scientifically evidentially recognised, but nevertheless it went pretty fast, let's put it that way. Well, the pounds force measurement for the City of Truro was 17,800. The Churchward counties had a power rating of 20,530 pounds force. Little bit more modern, this was 1911 they started making these. The B12, that's operated on the LNER, started to be built in 1920. This has a power rating of 21,969 pounds force, which makes it the most powerful of today's 6 locomotives. The IVAT 2MTs were built by the LMS after the Second World War, late 40s, early 50s. They were built deliberately to be small locomotives, because during the 30s the LMS had gone for power, big powerful locomotives all over the place, and they didn't really have enough of these useful little nippy small ones. So IVAT came up with these two. They're actually the same locomotive. The one on the left is the Prairie tank version. The one on the right is the Mogul tender version of the IVAT 2MTs. The power rating of the IVAT 2MTs was 17,500 pounds force. Now I would like to see them running, so that's what I'm going to do.